some people, bees are simply an annoyance. They buzz around, crawl into unwanted places, chase people down the street, and in some cases, if they feel threatened, they sting. If you're one of the people who is allergic to bees, the bees can even be considered an extreme threat. But without bees, we are all under a threat. The simple fact is that without bees, we wouldn't exist. For the past month, I have been researching honeybees, and I have learned so much about them. I want to share that information with you. So today, I will be telling you about the importance of bees. I will be telling you about the honeybee, what honeybees actually do, and why we need honeybees for survival. According to the bee book, there are 20,000 different types of bees, but the most famous bee is the honeybee. There are three main all honeybees are insects, meaning that they have no backbones. Also, honeybees are really social, unlike other insects. There are three main types of bees. There are drones, queens, and worker bees. In each hive, there is only one queen bee. There are hundreds of drones and 20,000 worker bees. So now you know a little bit about the different types of bees. Let me tell you what they each do. The worker bees are all female, and they are the smallest, and their main job is to go out and find the nectar. It's important that they find a good source of nectar because that's what they use to make honey. So when they do find a good source, they use their proboscis, also known as their tongue, to go into the flower and get the nectar out. Once they have a good source, they go back to the hive and they tell the other worker bees by doing a dance. They have two dances. They have the round dance and the waggle dance. They do the round dance when the nectar is close, and they do the waggle dance when the nectar is far. So drone honeybees are not as important as worker bees, but they are all male and they spend most of their lives in the hive. They spend all their time mating with the queen and they die after mating. And they never leave the hive to get nectar, and they don't have stingers. The queen bee, there's only one queen bee in each colony, and she's the largest and she's in charge of laying all the eggs. And one day she can lay up to 1,500 eggs. So she's pretty important. The most important job that bees do is pollination. They pollinate up to 90% of the world's crops, according to BBC. And without pollination, we wouldn't be able to have most of the food we have. They pollinate other plants by storing their pollen in pollen baskets. And when they go from plant to plant, they leave pollen, which creates pollen movement, which creates reproducing of the other plants. So without pollination in bees, we could lose cows because bees pollinate the alfalfa that cows eat. So we would lose all of our dairy products. We would also lose seeds, nuts, flowers, and vegetables. And those are just some of the things we could lose. So pollination is very important, which means that bees are very important. So today, I have told you a little bit about what bees do and why we need them. So I hope you leave with a little bit more